Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day, a new reading. I am feeling a bit, I wouldn't say sad, but overthinking, stressed in the mind when it comes to a certain situation, a bit of an overwhelm. So let's see what's going on with this collective when it comes to the energy. Again, I am feeling that overthinking, overprocessing, being a lot in your head, not really in your body, so to speak. Let's just see this collective, what's going on. Okay. So, addictions. First cut out, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, hazard, block, restraints. You could be feeling that codependent to a situation, to an outcome, to an outlook. Maybe a bit controlling, but again, within your mind, feeling that it could take over, overplay certain things. A block here could be very significant. We have the axe as well, so it could be tied into something to do with a breakup, a separation. I am feeling as well that is what came to mind when I sat down, a pattern here. You could be feel quite controlling around that. It could be tied in, not necessarily to love, but to tie it into certain friendships. We have the girl talk as well, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. This could be the outlook you're trying to shift your focus into, but then again, this plays on your mind quite a lot. Could be feeling quite codependent to this situation, but definitely having in the forefront of your mind that you're tired of this. But again, go into overthinking. It's not really in the release process, more reflecting upon what really went down with this breakup, with this separation, wanting to stop the pattern. There could be silent treatment. You and your person could not be talking in this moment of time. Could you be feeling abandoned? Yes, you could. You definitely could. Again, I'm getting a lot of overthinking, almost to the extent of having headaches. Let's just see a bit more. Addiction. Something seductive here. Temptation. I think this is where your mind takes you. This is where the overthinking, obsession, controlling, again with the block, but it's within you. Thinking there's some kind of interference here. I'm not getting necessarily for this collective that you are out there dating, flirting, trying to move on in that manner. It feels more that you are obsessively, codependently thinking when it comes to a certain situation here, like I said in the beginning. Where my mind takes me, seeing the seduction and the palm tree, is that you reflect quite a lot about what again went down in your separation. You could be knowing, or at least having the indication, that there is some kind of interference coming to you within this separation that you're finding yourself in. However, you really want stability, you want security, you also want growth here, and that is beautiful. This necessarily in the forefront of your mind. I'm not getting that. Again, I have quite heavy energy when it comes to overthinking, over processing, not coming into that release state of mind. So you would in this moment of time maybe having a hard time sleeping at night. Maybe at night the thoughts can get really loud because everything else is quiet and there's not really much to distract you by. You could be finding yourself really tied to your bed, not depressed or not getting up in the morning necessarily, but having that really tired feeling within your body, again with the overwhelm. This could be a hard period for you right now. Be feeling that again. It's more ruminating about the situation. Is it good that you are reflecting upon the stabilities that you do want in life? Yes, that is beautiful. But again, it's not really in the forefront of your mind. There's more going on in the back. So I feel when it comes to this situation, in this moment of time, you are more thinking about what really went down within your separation. There is some kind of interference here that could be playing a lot in your mind as well. Can I get one more for this? Yeah. So this person has showed you that they are not dealing. I don't think they have told you that they are hurt or that they are angry. Again, I think you have been shown that I am not dealing with this. And therefore you could in your mind go into this, well, then there must be someone else. It's like the only logical explanation you can kind of give to yourself, that this person must be tied up with something else. But they are avoiding. They are avoiding you. They're avoiding a conversation. They are not calling. They're not reaching out. Again, complete silence. And that ties in quite well, doesn't it, to the axe here that you have. The silent treatment, the feeling abandoned, and it triggers this overthinking within you. Coming into this situation, not knowing where this person is at, and that stresses you. Yes, you are focusing on wanting to move on and have fun, but the feeling I'm getting is that it's harder for you in this moment of time. Enjoying that, I feel you would, when being with friends, you would have a hard time not bringing up this situation that you find yourself in, and maybe your friends don't quite understand it. They can be a bit, well, just move on kind of a feeling. Let's see, the axe. Yeah, you definitely want to talk. Are you hovering at this moment of time? You could be collective. You could be hovering. You could be very interested in this message. You really want it to arrive. Again, with the overprocess, overthinking, codependent obsession when it comes to a certain outlook, a certain thing you really want here. You could have felt like you have waited a long time for this. You have been patient when it comes to this situation. But you really want to talk to them. You're tired of feeling like this. It takes over. It takes over your mind. And you could be a person that before this weren't really like that, or you didn't see yourself as that wounded feminine energy. You could have thought of yourself as always a quite strong, independent, not really needing anyone. And then this person came along and you saw that shift within yourself and not really liking that. And that could put you into quite the headspin. as well, because it doesn't really make sense to you. Because what you really want, again, in the back of the mind, is this stability, this security. And right here, right now, you feel everything but that, right? It's a bit sad. Talking. But ascending. So right here, right now, a season, so to speak, or a period of ascending, this transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So to speak, along this journey, well, then we are preparing for union. Do we know when that union is going to be? No, it is never our timing. The ego wants what it wants, but it's not the ego's timing, it's divine timing. And coming into a understanding and release with that is good. But definitely learning through these obstacles that you find yourself in, been trying to find that self-love within, trying to release this, come out of this mind ache. I have a feeling that you would love to switch places with this person. How nice it must be to be in their shoes. Not wanting to deal with this and just going on about your day like nothing is wrong. But that's the thing. We do not know what happens in the rooms we are not in. So instead of projecting that out to them, try to come into the center of you do actually not know what's going on. This person could be going through their own storm, their own tornado within. And if you just again look upon yourself, just like you are trying to ease your mind, spending time with friends, kind of want to get into that mind frame of, I need to live my life, I need to have fun, I need to enjoy my life. This person could the same, right? Again, we do not know what goes on in the rooms we are not in. So instead of sitting there trying to figure that out, come into a center around it. I do not know. Do I need to know? No, I don't. I don't. What I need to is believe that everything that is meant for me will never pass me by. And right here, right now, I need to ascend from this. I need to come into a release. I need to transcend through these obstacles so I can get into that strength from within when it comes to this situation. And again, the mind is very powerful, isn't it? Just by thinking thoughts, we can create scenarios, we can create things that are not even real, because in our mind it makes sense, right? I think a lot of people forget that no one is in control of this up here. You are in control of that. It's you that are making those thoughts in your head. There's not a little man sitting somewhere and just popping thoughts into your head, right? It's all us. So try to find a way within you to release it. You could be wanting to get into meditation, really feeling that call, but then not actually go doing it. Having a kind of a like procrastination when it comes to this. I'll do it some other time. I can't center, I can't focus. But I feel that could bring you peace, just sitting there with your emotion, letting what comes to you come, let it pass you by. Don't go in to thought of it, just let it come and go. Like taking a breath. And just sitting there, 10 minutes, 5 minutes each and every day, get it into sort of a habit within yourself. Make time for that. Again, that is helping you with coming into self-love, because you take care of yourself. You're doing things that are good to you because you want to treat yourself, right? Maybe look a bit into it, start a routine when it comes to that. Exercise can be a great way as well of transcending through emotions. Again, that's just me, but if it can help you, try do it. When I go for a run, if I feel tense or if I feel angry, confused, whatever sort of ignition I am feeling within me, I know in the moment of time it does not serve me. It's coming from a trigger, right? And that trigger can be many things. It can be something that happened throughout our day and someone said just a sentence and that triggered something within us, maybe not knowing it in the situation, but coming into that reflection upon it, right? To transcend that within me, what I will do when I go for a run is putting on music that makes me ignite this passion from within, right? And in my mind, again, because the mind is a powerful place and what we feed it, it will end up believing. So what I will picture is actually me not ascending, but me phoenixing. And in my mind, I am picturing myself kind of like a dragon, or at least with that power within me. And whatever is my trigger point, it's like in my mind, I will have a kind of a video going on up here about me burning that out. Do you know what I'm saying? Just like a dragon, having that passion, having that fire from within. In my mind, while I'm running, I'm battling all of this to release it, to come into that center of that do not control me, I control me. This does not have the power over me. I am the one in control. Does it make sense? Let's just see. Girl talk. The Sword of Rose. So again, I brushed upon this when you're with your friends and you find yourself really wanting to talk about the situation because it takes quite a lot of your thought or process. There could be some clarity, there could be some truth, some revelations when you are sitting there talking to your friends. Are they necessarily the right ones? It depends, I guess, on what kind of friendships you do have. But let's see. The Sword of Rose. Love call. Or you could be feeling that you have that coming. Heart with the key. Heartbroken. So it's something that you really want, right? And maybe again, is that within you? If I just spend time with my friends, trying to be in this, I'm happily single, and that what you're projecting out, you could be thinking or feeling that then this revelation, this truth will arrive and this person will reach out. Definitely they have the key to your heart. Could you be wanting to hear that from them? Definitely. But again, this is what you have been shown, and this is where you go into that overthinking, thinking there's something else that they spend their time with. That's why they haven't reached out. That's why they have not been dealing. Do I think you know all of this for a fact? No, I don't. I think it's your over-processing mind taking over. And you are creating scenarios within you instead of actually listening to your intuition. The signs you in this moment of time are being shown. But definitely you want someone here to express love. Could you be feeling that as well? Yes, you could. But then again, collective, if this is what you have been shown, they are not dealing, then they are simply not ready. And if you were the one last reaching out to them to talk and you were met again with this block, let them Let them be and focus on you. You can't force anyone to want to talk to you, to have clarity, to want to bring truth to the table. If they are not ready to own their scars, if they are not ready to have a conversation, if they are in this not dealing, running, I'm just avoiding this, then everything will stop on its own. Nothing you say or do will ever help this situation. You will be talking to deaf ears. This person won't be able to even comprehend what it is that you are trying to say or relate to them. Coming from a good place or not, it doesn't matter. And this person, if you do it, or maybe in the past, because I'm getting this for a reason, could have been maybe not relaying what you brought to the table in the best possible way. And therefore, you will only be feeding that in them. Again, you can't change how someone chooses to view a situation. But instead of wanting to chase this person or wanting to sit around and waiting, again with the hovering, waiting for a text call to arrive, come into a release, ascend from this. There are obstacles here, and those obstacles are here to help you ascend, get into this release and stability within you that you are craving from outside of yourself. Create that within yourself, that sanctuary, that peace, that release. Does it make sense? Can we have one more for love call? Passion. Separation. And love. There's so much love here on the spread collective. And you would be feeling that heartbroken because you're not being validated with your feelings in this moment of time. Again, you have been put in this silent treatment, really being projected that abandonment wound that you're now carrying, and it's quite obvious throughout the spread. Insane chemistry, liking each other equally. Again, I do not think that you know this. I think that you feel that within you because it's so present within your reality, within your process of thought. And you could be feeling that again with the late at night, overthinking it, or having a hard time really getting into sleep because the thought of them just takes over. You could be feeling that they feel the same, just like you do. And in your mind, you could be thinking that you're kind of having that telepathy with one another, and you hear them and they hear you, and therefore knowing there is this crazy passion with you guys as well. You would have been shown that when you were together, there's a reason for it being here, right? That you would really have this passionate spark when you were together. Definitely you are feeling the separation, the sadness, the missing, you thinking of you, yearning, unsure of the future. Yes, this collective is that. So if that does not fit what you're in this moment of time are feeling, are going through, it's not a reading for you, my angel. It ain't. It's very clear that this collective is feeling that. And this wound with the codependency, that's something that you will need to transcend from. Right? Again, coming into the acceptance of right here, right now, it needs to be that way because I have triggers within me I need to learn. Coming into that center of that me and my person in this moment of time do not align. If it's meant to happen in some way, shape, or form down the line, it will happen. What is meant for me will never pass you by. And if it helps you, remove the face of them. Don't be so caught up in that person, if you know what I mean. So try to shift yourself again with the process of thought. Remove the face. Don't be thinking about them in that sort of way. not that it's not allowed, but it doesn't help you right here, right now, does it? Again, coming into that release, that center within yourself, creating that stability within yourself, because you are in need of it. Again, looking at the spread. And there is a lot of love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. And that unconditionally love that you so desperately want from someone else, give that to you. All of that love that you want to give to that person, give that to you, because you are in need of it. And instead of hoping, craving, yearning for it to come from outside of you, go within and create that. Give that to yourself. Right? And I know a lot of people can find it silly in the beginning. I think, again, it depends what you feed your mind. No one has to see you doing it. But give yourself hugs, right? Hold yourself. Having that easy, soothe, like ease your own mind. Hug yourself, reassure yourself. When you come into overthinking, speak nicely, speak kindly to yourself. Tell yourself, it's okay, I understand why you would be feeling that. Just know what it's meant for me will never pass you by. And the more of a belief you come into it, the more natural it becomes. And you find yourself finding a way to navigate through those storms within you, so you can come into that ease and that center that you are in need of in this moment of time to shift out of this and transcend from it, right? But finding out what works for you and take time. It's not we need to hurry, we need to just, again, getting to a certain kind of end goal, being codependent when it comes to a certain outlook that we really want. It's much more about nurturing yourself, loving yourself unconditionally, right? Okay. Let's just see here, collective. It would be quite interesting to see when it comes to your person right here, right now. Where they at. Where they at. Distracted. If we tap in to the person connected to this collective, just to see what their energy is coming to this situation, the person they are connected to, what is that take on the situation right here, right now. Time, waiting cycle moments, distance, separation, space, block. Just one more for overall energy. Boundaries. No drawing the line enough. So they are, and again, don't make it fit. They are very much still within this boundary. I said this, I think, in the beginning, with the time, with them having this boundary up. And that is what you have been shown. That is what they have giving you, so to speak. Again, with the silent treatment, not dealing with this. Do you know for a fact that they are hurt and angry and everything else? No, you don't. Again, I don't think that you necessarily would be feeling like that. Again, then it wouldn't make a lot of sense with you reflecting upon all of this love that you hoping that they feel in this moment of time. But what I am hearing when it comes to this time, I think your person right here, right now is waiting for this to be over. And I believe I said that in the first part. I believe I said that. They are waiting for this just to be over, kind of playing it out. It will stop eventually. Again, if they are in the running lens, they are not dealing, they are just avoiding this because it will all just pass. Magically, it will all just go away. They could be putting a lot of distance in you. Could there be like physically a lot of distance, like you would be living very far from each other? Yes, but definitely emotionally. If I just withdraw myself, not dealing, not reaching out, not making my presence known in any shape or form, this will pass. They could be very much in this lens of this too shall pass, trying to surrender to that. We are confirming here with the separation, so you have definitely had a physically breakup. That's what I'm feeling. You were together very much, and then this happened, and you could have tried multiple times to talk to this person, but always be met with a block from them. But then again, I'm hearing, for now, believe that, if it makes sense. Again, come into that release within yourself, right? This person is still up with the boundaries. They are still like, no, drawing a line, enough is enough. They are not dealing. And you can't make anyone deal with anything. It has to come in for their self at their own timing. You can't push anyone to want to see you, understand you, talk to you in any way, shape, or form. Then you have to find a way within you to come into that realization that, well, that's their outlook in this moment of time. And instead of me sitting here hovering over my phone, waiting for them to reach out, I'm going to give myself all of that love that I am craving from them. All of that love that is boiling up inside of me, I'm going to give that to myself each and every day, feeding myself with that. And again, watch what happens. Is there more with this person coming to this situation that this collective is connected to? So, thinking, obsession, and depth. This person could very much be thinking about the, again, craving, desire. There could be a desire, but with the obsession, they are aware of it. And I think it's when it comes to you. They know you are in that frame right now. Do I feel like this person is not really, because they are way more in the lens of just not wanting to deal with this. So I don't even think that this is in them. Could they just have it coming to their table and then again trying to avoid it? Definitely. Definitely. But then let them go through it. Right? But can we have more for this? The thinking, the obsession, conflict. Yeah, so they are. They are in, do you say like at war with themselves, right? But they are in conflict. They definitely do go over some incompatibilities, the differences you guys have. You could be very different within your personalities, within the way you are living your life, what you do for a living, the life you want to live, the pace you wanted to take this situation in. I'm just a bit curious to see if they, yeah, they are not their collective, their perspective. I'm better off. I want happiness, clear headspace. That's where their focus is at. And it's so sad to see you then being in this longing, being in this yearning. You thinking that if I just focus a bit on my friendships and that time, this will all come in. Again, I keep saying this, but all of that love that you desperately want to give to them, give that to yourself. You're not in a state where they could even comprehend what it is. You would just be, sorry to say this, you would just be annoying them. Because they are not dealing. They are not dealing. What I am thinking right now is that your person hasn't woken up to this. I don't know if we can have that confirmed here. So something or someone was maybe influencing them coming to this situation, coming to your guys' commitment. They could be seeing something in their process of thought very clear when it comes to this, not knowing that they were influenced by someone when it comes to this. Can I have one more for influence? But it could be that thought or process that you do have collective. They are tied up somewhere else. We have chemistry, attraction, spark, passion. So this third party, they could be feeling quite a lot of chemistry when it comes to this person. And again, I'm not saying this to trigger you. I really am not. But needing to have the understanding that they, right here, right now, they are not dealing. They aren't. And it depends on your situation, right? But quite a common diminutor is not what you say. Quite a common thing within this. Anyways, I think you get what I'm saying. Within this, if we take it to the twin flame journey, I know we haven't had anything necessarily come out regarding that, but if we take it to that, there will be something quite significant when it comes to why you guys needed to go into a separation. Often, more often or not, when dealing with someone with an age gap, right? A significant age gap, not just a year or two, but more in a larger scale. You, if you are the older one, right? You will need to come into the realizations of, well, this person needs to go on. They need to go on. They need to go out and live their lives. They need to come in to the, what do you say, the situations where love will be reflecting all of their wounds, all of their triggers. They need to go on and live their life. Does it make sense? Because you can't, as a person, put lessons into them, just like you going through life. You would have been taught lessons along the way. And if you guys have a significant age gap, they need to come in. They need to go and they need to fall in love again. And I'm not saying this to trigger you. It's just a reality, because how else would they learn these lessons that they need within love? But they could be feeling some kind of attraction. They could also be influenced by this friend or whatever to go on and fight that, right? Within this moment of time. Do you just do one more for this person connected to this collector? Realizations. Again, they're definitely coming into something here. And if they are awakening, it says so here, and that's what I really wanted to kind of get clarity on. If they are coming into awakening, that's good. But again, if they're in the early stages of that, just remember where you were at in the beginning. How long has it taken you to get from that point to where you are now? How many months or years or whatever have you gone through? Right? Let your person as well. Again, there are lessons here that needs to be learned. But they could also have realizations coming to this influence, this third party again. They are dealing with a whole lot that has nothing to do, sorry to say it, but nothing to do with you. What they are showing you is what they are feeling in this moment of time. I'm not dealing. I am avoiding this to the best of my possibilities. I'm putting up boundaries. I'm drawing a line. I do not want to deal with it. That's where they at. And I know it's hard, but you then need to have that understanding that we do not align in this moment of time. Right? Okay. Let's see. What do you then need to focus on, collective? What would the universe like you to focus on in this moment of time? What does the universe want this to focus on in this moment of time? Get out of your head. Yeah, you do need that. Magnetized thoughts of gratitude, 100%. Because shifting in number 31 and 37 could be very significant. Again, it could be your age gap. They are 31 and you are 37. However, they could be significant in a way, shape, or form. But when we find ourselves coming into the thought process of being grateful for every lesson, learning that every lesson is truly a blessing. We may not be able to see it in this moment of time, but knowing that they are. Everything that comes into our table is to help us grow, is to help us evolve, is to come home to ourselves, right? So instead of sitting there feeling sorry for yourself or feeling that you're missing out, feeling that you just want this manifestation to come in, be grateful for that you are coming in to learn these lessons. You will be growing so much when shifting out of that heavy process of thought you find yourself in this moment of time, knowing that I do not need to worry. What is meant for me will always be for me, and find gratitude in the everyday life. Finding gratitude that you have friends to spend time with, that you have people around you that are able in their own rights to make you feel good or forget about this for a while. Finding gratitude in being able to go for a run, being able to sit down and meditate, whatever feeds your soul, right? Or if you feel drawn to do creative stuff, a lot of spiritual people do. It's kind of a way to overcome and release and gain understanding within ourselves. And then do that. Do what feeds your soul, right? Go out into nature. You are what you think, and that's true. So instead of thinking that you are kind of not enough or that you have necessarily done anything wrong, you know that feeling if you it's been so long, but anyways, if you have been out drinking, I feel like it's often tied into that, and you kind of wake up with those what do you call those hangovers, you know, when you have said or done something, you then go think, oh, that was so stupid, oh my god, I will never show my face again in public. I can't remember the word for it, but you know what I mean, right? Instead of be thinking, well, why did I do this? Why? Oh, I'm so stupid. I should never. Going into that process of thought when it comes to this situation, go confirm yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself and understand how precious you are, how beautiful you are, how divine you are, how majestic you are, how beautiful of a vessel, of a soul, everything about you is, right? If you think you are not enough, you won't be enough. Again, this up here, this is powerful. What you feed it, it believes in. So feed it good. Feed it with positivity, right? And look at the possibilities around you. What do you want this collective to focus upon? Better than you can imagine, yes. Coming into that release, and I put it on to not thinking about it, getting out of your head. Better than you can imagine, and that's true. Believe that. Believe that everything will work out because it's meant to. Believe that, again, with the what's meant for you will never pass you by. Believe that it will be even better. Again, don't be so clingy when it comes to a certain outcome tied to your person. Remove the face. Do not get caught. I mean, it has to develop, or it has to come in this way when they reach out. It has to happen like this. I really want this. I want this. I want. Just believe that it will be even better than you are capable, you yourself in this moment of time, of imagining. And it will happen in divine timing. But again, look at where your person is at. They do not deserve in this moment of time a seat at your table. And that's the realization, the self-love that you need to come into. Right? Metamorphosis, again with the ascension. It will bring you to focus on this. Focus on being that, you say, lava, that caterpillar, and being a butterfly, coming into that realization within yourself. I'm in my cocoon now. I'm learning, I'm growing. And when I'm ready to spread my wings, I will, but have that grace within yourself. There's a lot of, you would be seeing a lot of freeze, I think, in this moment of time. 31, 37, 39, 34, and 20. I feel like they are very significant numbers. Where do we go from here, collective? This is what the universe wants you to focus on, and that is actually quite beautiful. That is quite beautiful. So, coming into this, I feel like we should give you some strength. Do we do these, maybe, or I feel called to get the moon cards. So let's see what they have for you. Coming to this collective. So, wait. They are so stiff and thick. They're really hard to shuffle. I don't know why they make cards that are like this, and they then have as well this matte surface, so they don't really slide. It's like I can't hardly get them apart. We will just see if something will come out. Oh, I'm gonna draw one and believe in that. Something did. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius could be very significant. You could be a Sag. Let's see what this entails. Number 58. Oh. Yeah. You are thinking too much about the details of your dilemma. feathering over minutiae, I can't say that word, minutiae. I do not know how to pronounce that. However, can be counterproductive, or perhaps you are being all talk and no action. And I said that with the procrastination. There's something there, collective. This card is a reminder that whilst it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to stop, step back, and look at the bigger picture. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. That has been confirmed now, better than you could imagine, collective. That's beautiful. Attitude of the moon, take time for a mini break or an adventure. Additional meaning for this card. This situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident without being overconfident to win the day. Have you shown that you care? If not now, it's the time. No, it's not a sign. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. The teaching. The full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a bigger wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. It's about big ideas versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. And then I saw something up here. I haven't looked into that. I saw moons. So, what would that be? New moon? Do you say something? Clean slate, potential, dreams. Clean slate, potential, dreams. You right now have potential, right? To grow, to evolve, to transform, ascend from this. I do not want one more, but I do want a message cards. I really find myself loving these message cards lately. I just think they always bring out such a beautiful message for the collective that, yeah, really resonates deeply with the reading in general. And hopefully, this gives you strength, right? Let's just see. What kind of a message do you want to give this collective? Let's do 3. Thank you. Be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception. That's on them. No matter what people say, don't even doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power. And you need to come into that, having that understanding. You can't change anyone. What they think, what they feel, that's on them. Right? Come into self-love, collective. So beautiful. If you are noticing change within you, it's because you are leaving the old version of yourself behind. You are elevating and shedding unnecessary layers. Old cycles are ending and new beginnings are on the horizon. You deserve this new chapter. And there's a lot about it. So it's in the energy, right? You need to come into this release. But needing right here, right now, to focus on how can you then release this? How can you give all of that love you desperately want from someone else to yourself? Because you do embody all of that love from within. That's why you're craving it. Give that to yourself. Come into that center within you. And in my opinion, you need to start meditating. I keep having that. Just 5 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be more. It can be when you wake up in the morning, before you go look at your phone and get out of bed and everything else. Wake up, sit there, center yourself, so you're clear in what energy you then go out with into the world, right? And it's a beautiful way to start our day. The last one, have more faith in yourself. Be proud of who you are and are navigating every curveball that life throws at you. How you deal with those times shows your true inner resilience. Nothing can break that. That in itself is an appreciation for others. Keep shining your light. Definitely. All of that self-love collective. Come into that. I kind of want to do one more. I just want one more. One more. Oh, thank you. Instead of pushing yourself too hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like I said in the beginning, it's not about getting to an end goal. It's not about the fixation of, I just want to get there. We are on this journey for a reason. There are lessons, obstacles, transcensions, ascensions needing to be learned along the way. Coming into that within you, so you can find yourself transcension, whatever, through everything, right? Beautiful, beautiful reading, collective. And I hope it gave you a lot of strength. And I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of life. A lot of life. Light, also life. Like sending you a lot of life. I've never said that in my life. So thank you, collective. Thank you so much for tapping in, for tuning in and listening. And I will be seeing you another day, another time, in another reading. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.